Howdy, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well today. Going to be a little episode of Story Time. It's episode 70. Good golly, who molly. Oh, never knew someone could talk that much. But now I know. But anyway, this is another episode when I was a dispatcher for the Popo. This was, I reckon it was about mid 80s, maybe like 1985-ish. I don't know. Could have been 86, 87. I really don't remember the exact year, but I guess it's not really relevant. But hope everybody can hear me okay. I probably should have the mic a little bit closer. But it was weirdest thing. They had the introduction to the enhanced 911 system, and there was different police departments were going to have different ways to handle, if you what they would call is a enhanced 911 hang up call. So basically, if someone called 911 and there was a disconnect, it could trace the address to where that potential problem was coming from. So I know that I forget the exact policies, to be honest with you, but I know that the county police were a little more strict, and the state police was stricter on how they're just not going to assume. It was a lot of times, what they obviously found out later. It's like little kids, like infants, playing with the phone, and they hit a button that's automatically programmed to call 911 or something like that. So it's not always like a spouse being beat up or abused by the other party. Sometimes it is. So I'm not saying it's not, but so this was a very, very new process. And as a state police dispatcher, we dispatched for, I think, 4 or 5 municipalities. And one of them was the Ellesmere Police Department, basically Wilmington, Delaware. Ellesmere was not a very big department at that time. I think it's a lot bigger now, but they probably had maybe 8 officers on their department, and they had an apartment complex. I forget what it was. I want to say it might have been Sycamore. I forget what it was called, but there was only 3 streets in there, and it was Sycamore, Maple, and I think Elm was the 3rd street. But they were all, when you went into this complex, they all they were exactly laid out the same. So if you went on one at the 1325 Maple Lane, you would have the exact same layout at 1325 Sycamore or whatever. It would be in the exact, it was just mirror images, just different streets. So I'm working and dispatch these Ellesmere police officers to, I honestly don't remember the address. Obviously, it's been so long ago, like 1234 Maple Lane or whatever it was. And I sent them there, and they get aggressive, and thinking that someone's life is in danger, which you never know when that's going to happen. So they they kick in the door. They literally blast this door. Oh, I won't say blast it with like explosives, but they use some type of ramrod or something. I don't know how they got in there, but they basically destroy this door. And I don't know what the dialogue was when they got in, but apparently it was not a very positive one. And then they come back, and now they're asking me, they want to confirm the address, because they had said they're gaining entry and all that stuff. So, so I'm really worried, because I'm thinking, like, did I send them to the wrong street, or something like that? I was kind of getting nervous. We had these instant playback tapes, so I listened to the instant playback call, and then I looked at what was dispatched, and So everything coincided on my end, but whatever officers, they went to the wrong street and they kicked in the wrong door, thinking they were going to save someone's life. And ultimately the entire thing was something. It was not a life threatening. It was like a baby playing with the phone or something like that. Something minuscule, but it was like, woo, I was worried. I don't know whatever happened to them. You know, the police officers on their end. I didn't want any parts of that fiasco. Once I knew I was cleared, I was like, all right, you know. But you know, there was a lot learned. Unfortunately, one of the police departments had to do a screw up like that for other people to learn and be educated from. So after that, they would, you know, they were more aggressive trying to do different things, you know, like, you know, they would try and call back multiple times, you know, they had other resources for trying to do that or try and get the management of the complex, you know, like the maintenance key or whatever, you know, just different little things. But it was, I will say that was probably the biggest failed dispatch call I was ever involved with. And, you know, fortunately, nobody did get hurt because you do hear some of these strange stories where it has happened in the past. They break into the wrong house, they're off by one digit, or you know, on the paperwork it's transposed by a digit, and then somebody ends up getting you know, capped or something like that, which you don't want that to happen. But I thought I'd share that. It's nothing like super exciting, but and things are so much more sophisticated nowadays. And you know, through time, we all live and learn. So I just wanted to share that story. Nothing, you know, it's going to change the world, but it's a true story of what did happen. And um, I have some cool stories related to the Ellesmere Police. Some I can tell, some I can't. But anyway, peace out, folks. Hope everybody has a terrific Taco Tuesday.